Hey guys, it's Andres with Camp Canine Training. Today I'm going to show you how to teach heeling. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to have a leash and to have a buckle, a biothane ideally, that way you can clean it, it's a lot easier, but it buckles in, right? I don't recommend or like the universal one-size-fits-all kind of flat buckle collars because one, they tend to open up and they slide down. Remember, when we're when we're doing collar placement, we need it high up on the neck, as far back on the ears as possible, just like Xena has it now, right? And then we're gonna have a leash attached to it. Right now, this is a little bit more advanced because we're on grass. When I want you guys, when you start this at home, I want you to do it on pavement, right? There's a lot less smells and a lot less distractions. We're a little bit more advanced, and we've already worked on this. So we're building up the distractions. So go from pavement to grass to outside Lowe's, PetSmart distractions. But don't start there and expect it to be golden, right? Slowly work your way up. Grab a little bit of food, lure them into place. As soon as they're in a place, then yes and reward, right? And once you have them in place here, then just start walking, right? Notice how I'm using the entire behavior. I just didn't say heel and stood still because that doesn't mean anything to them. Make sure you're using your body. The more you move, the better it is for them. That's one of the things I work with clients all the time. Move, guys. You need to move to have your dog understand what you want him to do. You're saying heel, come, here, doesn't do anything. This body picture doesn't do anything. But if I say come, then it's a whole different picture. You're inviting them in. It's the same thing. If I go up to you guys and I'm like, hey, you're gonna be like, let's what, man? What are we doing, Andres? Hey, let's go. Come on, we gotta go this way, guys. Right? It's the same thing with a dog. Come. They're gonna be like, what? Come where? But if, come. Yes. Right? So make it exciting. Right? I want you to think like you're talking to a 3-year-old, 4-year-old. Oh my God, you're so cute. Come on, let's go. Because notice how much her excitement level has changed, right? Her loading goes up, and now that's what we want. You want to be able to have a dog that's paying attention, right? If the dog starts jumping, just like she is now, you can use the leash to be able to correct. So pay close attention of everything that I'm doing, and I'll show you guys here. When we're teaching the leash work, when we're teaching heel, I want you guys to think of the leash as a way for you to communicate with your dog and have them follow the leash. I don't want this leash to be like this, where now it becomes a form of attachment of me holding the dog. This too tight, right? The buckle needs to be down, leash needs to be loose, and you need to be nice and relaxed. I want you guys at the end of these drills to be able to put a little bit of tension on the leash and the dog follow where you're going. I don't want you to put tension on the leash and the dog's locking up because we want to be able to kill opposition reflex. Remember, opposition reflex, the more I pull, the more the dog pulls. I just want to be able to say, hey, this way, and the dog comes. Instead of I'm putting tension on the leash and the dog's locking up, right? So how do we achieve that? The first way that we're going to achieve heeling is by having the puppy understand luring. Luring is you're going to grab kibble. And again, I feed the dog 2 cups in the morning, and I feed the other 2 throughout training, right? That's what I feed Xena. But check with your vet or check with your nutritionist to see what you should be feeding your dog. When we're talking about luring, I want the dog to start following the food. And that's really going to help later on when we start talking about placing, right? So all we're going to do is we're going to hold the leash on your right hand because I teach dogs to walk on the left. If you're going to do it on the other side, just do everything backwards. You're going to hold it enough so that you have enough leash management. Too much leash, and if you're trying to give guidance, you can't do it. Too tight, and you're going to put opposition reflex. So just have enough so that you're able to guide the dog. And then with your left hand side, all you're going to do is you're going to put it in front of the dog's face, and you're going to have them follow the food. As soon as they start following, yes, reward, yes, reward. And this is all you're going to do at the beginning. You're going to have them come from one side to the other side. From one side to the other side. Right? This helps the dog understand to follow your hand for luring. Once you have that down, and notice again, I'm not taking a bunch of steps. I'm just having her come to the food, to where the food is. Yes. Good girl. Once the dog understands that, then you can move into heeling luring, right? The heeling luring, when you start working on the heeling luring, is I just want you guys to go in circles. Figure eights, left turns, right turns. Don't go in a straight line. If you go in a straight line, the dog is going to end up over there and it's going to smell, right? When you're doing this, I don't want you guys to stop. You keep walking, right? If you're fumbling with the food, if you're dropping food, just keep going. You're going to get better at holding the kibble and feeding them, right? This is one of the things that took me the longest when I started training. It's really hard to kind of feed kibble and walk and handle the leash. It's a lot of moving parts. But the more you do it, the better you're going to be. Keep walking, don't stop. So the drill is going to look something like this. Yeah. Yes. 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 Notice fluid motion, circles. I keep walking, right? I use the leash to help me guide a little bit. You could see a little bit of smelling. She wants to smell the grass. Just little pops, little tugs. Follow me, follow the food. And we just keep going in circles, 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 circles. And then very quickly, you can transfer to where I'm pulling again pressure on the leash. And now we start, and we've done this a lot. So this is going to help dramatically where now she learns to stay on my left hand side, right? And now I can use the leash to be able to guide because she's understood the foundation of learning to listen to the leash, right? And that's where you get from luring and from heeling luring, where I show you to follow me, but I only reward on the left hand side, right? If you reward further out, your dog's going to start inching. If you're getting up, stopping, rewarding, getting up, stopping, rewarding, then they're going to see that sight picture. So it's extremely important to keep moving. Make it one fluid motion. And then as the dog gets better in turns, then you can go in a straight line. But don't go in a straight line too soon, right? All right, guys, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoy the healing video. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode of Puppy Chronicles.